Well, hi everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Wednesday morning where it is a mostly sunny day for the majority of us. There are some thicker low clouds here near the Colorado border, even a little patchy fog here and there this morning. Some of these areas could end up being partly to mostly cloudy, while the rest of us partly to mostly sunny. The winds will pick back up today out of the east and the southeast, although there is a frontal boundary out west, and that will change the direction of those winds out west, bringing in some cooler weather here with more of a northerly wind over the panhandle and parts of the sandhills. Speaking of, that cold front is kind of our divider in our chance of thunderstorms developing during the mid to late afternoon. I don't expect much severe weather prior to 5 p.m., but we're really going to watch that area along Highway 83. That's the highway that runs from North Platte, or McCook to North Platte to Thedford to Valentine, and I would say especially near and north of the North Platte area and then up into South Dakota. That's where the initial thunderstorm development will be. This is the first area we're going to be watching. A second area is going to develop back here to the west. This one may be not quite as strong as this one here, but this is, now there are some models that try to develop stuff farther south, and there still is a chance farther south, but really I think the farther north and northwest you go, the higher your chance gets for some strong to severe storms. So there's that severe weather threat as we get into this evening. And again, notice there isn't as much activity farther south and southeast. There's that secondary area of showers and storms, maybe some marginally severe storms, damaging wind gusts, the biggest threat there. As we get further into the evening now, we're now past dark, 10 p.m. Still some strong storms now in north central, northeast Nebraska, mainly north and west of the Tri-Cities area. So if you live to the south and east, while there is a chance, it is much lower. Getting some strong northwest winds on the backside of that front here now. Places like North Platte, Ogallala, Imperial could be kind of windy tonight there, especially coming off of any thunderstorm activity there. And as we get past midnight, the severe weather threat, now it's going to start to come down at that point. The big storms going to push to the northeast, but we do get some wraparound moisture on the backside of the system here. So even into tomorrow morning, we could still see some wraparound showers and isolated thunderstorms, mainly near and north of Interstate 80. Gusty west and northwest winds, they're going to strengthen during the day tomorrow. Still some rain in the morning tomorrow across northern Nebraska. Southern Nebraska, the chance is pretty low. And then maybe a spotty shower or two tomorrow afternoon. But most of the rain has now moved off to the north. Strong west and northwest winds throughout the day. We may see gusts exceed 40 miles per hour. The winds will come down a little bit Thursday night into Friday morning, although they'll pick right back up on Friday with that system still in our area. But most of the rain should stay to our north on Friday as we stay pretty quiet heading into the end of the week and the upcoming weekend. But more rain, more moisture, thunderstorms and rain on the way as we head through the weekend, especially into early next week. So, the return of severe weather for later on today. Now, a new update is going to be coming out around 8 o'clock this morning. This is the latest I have from the Storm Prediction Center, though. Slight risk of severe storms for a large part of our area. I would really say it's going to be mainly north and west of the Tri-Cities, all the way to about McCook and North Platte here. This is the highest chance here, that level 2 out of 5 slight risk area. Surrounding that, a marginal risk of severe storms. So it's a lower chance, but there is a chance. I do think the chances get very low off to the southeast here, and then back towards the west as well, but especially to the southeast of the Tri-Cities. So again, your biggest threat, large hail. We may see wind or hail in excess of 2 inches in diameter. We may see wind gusts over 60 miles per hour. Not a big tornado threat with this one, but can't rule out, just with the shear in the atmosphere, can't rule out maybe an isolated tornado or two. Mostly on the weaker side of things. We're not talking about a big tornado threat out there. This will be mainly after 5 o'clock this afternoon. So again, there's your hail threat from the Storm Prediction Center. They're highlighting a little black dash area, which indicates significant hail, and that could mean golf ball or larger, basically, in these locations here. Wind gust wise, the best chance of damaging wind gusts over north central and northeast Nebraska. And while it is a low end chance, can't rule out an isolated brief weak tornado this evening, maybe one or two. Highs today, still going to be quite warm for most of us, into the 80s to near 90 degrees. Cooler weather out towards the west and the northwest, though, behind that front in the 70s and even a few 60s out there. Let's take a look at some of the local communities around our areas. We'll look at our zone forecast. We'll first start you off in the cooler areas to the northwest. As we wait on my graphic to load in, there it is. There, the coolest areas will be off towards the northwest. 65 only for a high in Gordon, 67 Merriman. Low 70s around Arthur, near 80 in Stapleton, 84 in Broken Bow. So notice again, still quite warm farther to the east, closer to Highway 281 here, 88 in Spencer, 85 Burwell, and I should say that's Highway 11, not Highway 281. Highway 281's over here. But anyway, 85 in Atkinson and Burwell, 86 in Ord. And again, that chance of some late afternoon showers and thunderstorms. And this is the area with the best chance of severe weather overall. Farther south, I don't think we'll see a ton of thunderstorm activity, maybe closer to the I-80 corridor late this afternoon, but the chances do get lower farther south here. Mid to upper 70s around Ogallala, Grant, Imperial, North Platte, and then 80s, quickly getting warmer to the southeast, upper 80s around Norton, Kansas, Elma, Franklin, all around 89 degrees, and 88 in Minden. Southeast Nebraska, northeast Kansas, upper 80s to near 90 degrees, right around 90 in Crete, Beatrice, Fairbury, Lincoln, 89 in York, Geneva, 88 degrees in Grand Island, St. Paul, also 88 in David City. And then northeast Nebraska, we're talking about upper 80s to near 90 as well. 86 in O'Neill, but otherwise mostly upper 80s to near 90 degrees there in West Point and Pender, 88 in Schuyler and in Columbus. So again, very warm conditions on the way for most of us for today. But we're going to start to cool down in the days ahead tonight. We're going to fall back into the 40s and 50s for lows. Some 60s hanging on in far eastern Nebraska tomorrow morning. Noticeably cooler tomorrow. Still warm in the southeast in the low 80s. That's still above average. 70s and then cooler 60s as you go to the north. Maybe some thicker clouds. Still a chance of rain in the morning here in the north, so much cooler there. Tomorrow night into Friday morning, 40s and 50s for lows, and then as we look ahead to your Friday, another windy day, and highs once again kind of similar to Thursday, 60s up north, but still some low 80s in the south and the southeast. Friday night to Saturday, a cooler morning. This is one of our cooler mornings. We fall back into the upper 30s in some cases, otherwise most of us into the 40s. No threat of freezing or anything like that. And then looking ahead to your Saturday, highs kind of like the next couple of days, 60s up north. Most of us will see 70s for highs on Saturday. We actually have cooler weather to come as we get into next week for a few days, with rain chances returning to the forecast starting Saturday night and continuing to early next week. So looking at that forecast for the next 3 days, again, it's not a great chance for the Tri-Cities. I went at the 30% chance. That means your chances are even lower to the southeast. A lot of wind today, some wind today with some warm temperatures into the upper 80s, and then it's mid to upper 70s the next couple of days. Strongest winds will be Thursday and Friday. Saturday, not as much wind, a little bit of a break from the wind, so Saturday should be a really nice day, and I'm thankful for that. I'm going to be sitting out at softball, watching softball all day Saturday, so I'm looking forward to the nice weather on Saturday. Sunday, we are going to be looking at a chance of rain. This is late Saturday night to Sunday morning, a chance of rain. It's a slight chance, and then a slight chance coming Sunday night. A little windy again, a little cooler, and then these off and on chances into early next week. There's a lot of question marks with the timing right now. Right now, I would say the better chances would be nighttime, or like late afternoon, nighttime, and early morning. Not as good of a chance midday, middle of the day. So, but we will be having to watch that severe weather threat as well, anytime between Sunday and Tuesday, although the chances kind of start to extend eastward more towards eastern Nebraska, especially by Tuesday there. But again, there's a lot of question marks right now. We're keeping an eye on it, not putting out a weather alert day yet for any one of those days, but something we're going to keep an eye on down the road. It does trend cooler again as we get into early next week, and then we'll start to warm up a little bit later on in the week, although not nearly as hot as it has been recently. North Platte, you're already cooling down today. A pretty good shot at some rain and thunderstorms. I'm going to think about bumping that to a 60% chance to be on, or 70% chance to be honest with you. That chance will wrap up sometime tomorrow morning, although maybe an isolated shower during the day tomorrow. And then as we get towards Thursday, Friday, cooler, windy conditions. Saturday looks pretty pleasant. Small chance of rain and thunderstorms Saturday night. A little bit better chance Sunday night. Again, these off and on chances here and there. We'll continue to see chances Monday, and especially Monday night to Tuesday. Tuesday, the chances start to come down as that system moves out, but it will be noticeably cooler into early next week. But even with those cooler temperatures, can't rule out severe weather, especially more towards Sunday and Monday. Maybe not as much on Tuesday there. But long range, after some cooler days early next week, it does trend a little bit warmer as we get further into next week. But as of right now, the Climate Prediction Center, as we get from next Wednesday and beyond through the following Tuesday, does have us in the below average category. So it does look like we'll kind of keep that cooler trend going with the really hot stuff down to our south and southwest. Of course, the areas that are usually the hottest in the country anyway, southern Florida, southern Texas, and then the desert southwest are going to be above average, which does not sound pleasant at all. Moisture-wise, we still have chances. I think our best chances will come in that Sunday to Tuesday time frame. Once we get past that, our chances get lower. There are some weaker systems, but it looks like conditions are less favorable for severe weather. As I'm looking right now, maybe late in the month of May, but as of right now, really, I think those 3 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, are probably the best chances of rain we have for a while. And then we kind of go back to a different type of weather pattern where our severe weather chances come down. There are still some small chances of rain here and there, but not as good as what we'll see that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday time frame. So again, European model, there's today and tonight. You notice how the best chances are in northern and western areas, and then the best chances tomorrow morning stay up to the north before clearing out. Pretty dry for most of Friday and Saturday for most of us here. That system's slow to move out, though. Then we look towards Saturday night, a slight chance of rain and isolated thunderstorms. Sunday night into Monday morning, a chance there. I think Monday nights or Monday evening into Monday night, Monday afternoon to Monday evening, Monday night is probably our best chance of thunderstorms and severe weather right now. That's the day I'm watching the closest. But eastern Nebraska maybe still on Tuesday. Could be some severe weather there. That's before the system departs. I'll be watching that northeast, eastern Nebraska area there. And then after that, not as much of a chance. There'll still be some chances, but I'm not as hopeful for rain chances down the road as we get further into next week. So let's hope we can pick something up early in the week. GFS model is quite different. That's why there's still quite a bit of uncertainty. The Canadian model is different as well, but I don't have the Canadian model that far out, access to it anyway. So again, we're watching northern and western Nebraska for the best chance of rain later today and into tonight. Chances get lower the farther southeast you go. Still some lingering showers tomorrow morning, especially in northern Nebraska, but our chances do get much lower after that for Friday and Saturday. This model wants to try to bring some into northern Nebraska Friday night, though. We'll see. Then we look ahead to Saturday night to Sunday morning. Maybe another round Sunday night to Monday morning. And then Monday and Tuesday. But the models are a little bit different on the placement of those chances here. So we'll see how things play out in the long range. After that, our chances still there, but they do come down further into next week. Well, again, I want to thank you all for watching here this morning. I'll be back with you on Thursday as we'll look ahead to those weekend chances and early next week's chances of rain and thunderstorms, and hopefully slowly start to get some clarification over the next couple of days. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all again on Thursday. Take care and God bless.